Exodus 27. The last chapter showed you the pattern of the tabernacle. Now Exodus 27 drops you down into the courtyard, to the very first thing every Israelite would see: the bronze altar of burnt offering. This is not a side piece. It is the gateway to everything else. Before the holy furniture, before the veil, before the mercy seat, there is the altar where sacrifice is made. God tells Moses, "Build an altar of acacia wood, 3 cubits high, square, with horns on its 4 corners. It is hollow, overlaid with bronze grating and bronze utensils, pots, shovels, basins, forks, and fire pans. Every detail is deliberate. Bronze is the metal of judgment, of the outer court, of the place where sin is confronted head-on. The horns on the altar are key. Sacrifices were slain and their blood put on those horns, binding the life of the animal to the structure itself. When a person brought their offering, they were not just giving a lamb or a bull. They were leaning their sin onto an altar that pointed to a future substitute, to the Lamb who would bear the wrath of God in their place. The fire on this altar was never to go out. Every morning and evening, the priests kept it burning, consuming the offerings, turning flesh into smoke and ash, and rising before the Lord, for the people watching. The altar was a constant reminder. You cannot stand before a holy God without a sacrifice. Then God describes the court of the tabernacle, a rectangular enclosure, 100 cubits long and 50 cubits wide, hung with fine linen curtains on bronze pillars with silver bands. This court is the border between the common and the sacred. Outside was the world. Inside was the place of worship, where the altar stood, where the people gathered, where the priests served. The outer walls kept the sanctuary distinct, but the wide entrance invited them in, on one condition. They came through the altar. There was no back door to God's presence. Every path led to the place of sacrifice. Then, at the very end of the chapter, God speaks of the oil for the lampstand. He commands the people to bring pure, beaten olive oil, so that the lamps in the tabernacle could burn continually. By day, the cloud would cover. By night, the light would shine. The priest's job was to keep the lamps trimmed and filled, not letting the light go out. In this, Exodus 27 connects 2 realities: the altar outside and the lamp inside. The altar deals with sin. The lamp carries the light of God's presence. Death on the bronze, light in the gold, the blood-covered fire-touched altar, and the never-ending flame in the holy place. For you today, Exodus 27 is a mirror. You still need an altar. Not a wooden box covered in bronze, but the cross of Jesus, where the horns of judgment were met by the blood of the true Lamb. Every sin, every failure, every hidden wound, every secret shame, all of it is brought to a finished altar, where the fire of God's wrath has been fully borne. The same God who told Israel to build a bronze altar now tells those in Christ, you are the temple, and the altar is the cross. Exodus 27 is not a dusty blueprint. It is a living picture that points you back, again and again, to the place where justice and mercy met, and where the only way into the presence of God is through the blood of the sacrifice that never has to be repeated.